All right, guys, for our grammar lesson today, we are going to be looking at commas in a series. And there's a few things that we're going to review when looking at commas when you're listing things. So we always use commas when to separate items in a series. A general rule is that when we're talking about a series, it consists of at least three things. It could be more, but at least three. So an example would be my favorite foods are pizza, sushi, and chicken. There we're listing three items that are our favorite foods. Notice where the commas are located in that sentence when you're listing. It comes right after the word. There is no space. The space comes after the comma. Okay. When we're talking about series, we can be talking about words, phrases, or clauses. So we're going to take a look at what exactly a series of words looks like, what a series of phrases looks like, and what a series of clauses looks like. So a series of words is just like that example that was on the previous slide about favorite foods. Here they're listing words that describe where they will travel this summer. So this summer we will travel to Milan, Paris, and London. Three places or words are listed there. Again, notice where the commas are located. Right after the word, there is a space, and the word and is an important one because it signals the last thing in that list is London and then a period. So just really pay attention to punctuation, spacing, when you're listing things and putting in commas, especially when you're typing. That's a little different than when you're handwriting things. Okay, and again, there are our three words, Milan, Paris, and London that we're listing. Okay, a series can also be phrases. A phrase is a group of words that do not contain a subject or verb pair. A phrase might just contain a subject or it might just have a verb, but it will not have both. So let's take a look at an example of a series of phrases. The toddler dropped his toy, picked it up, and walked away. Okay, see if you can think about where the three phrases are. And if you're thinking the phrases are he dropped his toy, he picked it up, and then he walked away. Those would be the three phrases in that series. Notice we only have a verb, dropped, picked, and walked. We do not have a subject. That is why it's a series of phrases. Okay, it's still correct that way, but it means it's just a phrase. Again, notice where the commas are located. We still use that magic word and to signal the last phrase, and then we end with a period. Okay, so that is a series of phrases. Okay. The last type of series that you can have is a clause. A clause is a group of words that does contain a subject and a verb pair. These will almost sound like they can stand alone in a sentence. They're going to be complete thoughts. So let's take a look at an example of a series of clauses. At the game, John hit a home run, Anne was walked, and I struck out. Okay. Think about where the clauses might be. There are three of them. And if you're thinking John hit a home run, Anne was walked, I struck out, our clauses, you would be correct. We have a subject and a verb each time. John hit, Anne was, and I struck. All right. Again, this comma and this comma show a series and that you're listing things, magic word and the last clause. The reason we have a comma here is because we started a sentence with a preposition at the game. Anytime you start a sentence with a prepositional phrase, you need a comma after that. Think back to those lessons that we had in grammar on prepositions